Oh, overpowered flamethrower.
Did you include your audio?
Yeah, my audio's included.
Alright, so me and Hero... Wait, no, hang on. Okay, so me and Hero are sitting here discussing incursions, and so he brought up, go ahead and bring up your point again, what you were talking about. Do your recap.
So, my thing was the incursions have a special new stat where we're thinking it's all your like armor and stuff combined into one simple number. And I was thinking, why would they have a new stat if it was just gonna be another like a daily challenge mission? So I was really hinting towards this might be a raid instead of like a strike. Because why would they go through all this extra shit? Why would it be added in late instead of whenever you hit level 30 like the daily challenge mission? I'm really hinting towards raid just because of the way it's set up. It's kind of like Destiny. You had to hit this certain level and they gave you time to do shit before you got into the raid. That was my thought process.
And so there's two things. There was one, he said, well, but why would they wait on it and not say anything? And then but then we came, maybe they want to grease fire, maybe they just want to throw it out. They don't really need the raid to help sell it right now. It's doing really well on Xbox, so I assume it's doing on the other consoles. And so I'll assume that. And since it caught on really well, so they don't need that and extra PR and shit to sell it. And the other thing is a raid would absolutely take this game to the next fucking level. And so we already know that the guy slipped up and said raid, and then that's been discredited since there is no raid in the game. But there also is, this game has so much polish to it, there is a chance that the guy was just been designing the raid because while they were out polishing the game, he was still designing raid. Now that's definitely a large possibility. Also with the new stat thing, it's not too obscene. Destiny had fucking, you need to be a certain level to do the raid and a certain level to do other stuff, and that was said. Well, daily challenge missions need to be 30, that's a mandate. And so I assume being a certain level to do the raid with a new stat wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to implement that as the requirement. Because the raid would require, you know, being really fucking set up, opposed to while doing the daily challenge, you really only need to be 30. Even though other stats would help, I'm surprised, but with as much polish as they have on this game, it's not like, oh man, like the day before the game came out, they were like, hey man, you know what would be cool, a new stat. Like there's no way that concept came up the day before release or, you know, the weeks before that they couldn't patch it in or already have in or anything. So clearly it's meant for something. So if the incursions is just like a strike mission, something you go through real quick and stuff, sure, but I don't know, man. Like, why would they add a stat just for that? Like, it's not like if they just left that stat over from the development process. It seems kind of weird to put it there as like the tease. Like, when incursions come, you're gonna get new content and a new stat. Like, that just seems weird. Maybe this is strictly speculatory.
Something's definitely different. They wouldn't go through all of that, in my opinion, just to have another daily challenge. I'm really hinting towards something bigger than just a strike type deal.
See, but the thing is, the incursions is probably going to be the weekly event, though. Because if you remember, they said weekly assignments, and
it'll probably be the weekly event, yeah.
But once again, we don't know if the incursion. So if like it's just the same type of thing, but with multiple ways to do it. Different enemies could spawn in each time and add depth to it, or like it's a strike, but with like major depth to it, or it's a raid. Yeah, it could be that. It could just be like a really good fucking mode where different AI could spawn in with different tactics and you could play different levels of the map each time. Could be something like that.
Yeah, I could see that. Where you have to, like, each area you fight a different enemy, so you're having to change up your strategy and stuff.
Yeah.
In each new area.
And you could play in multiple areas instead. Each time you might get a different area. And like they said it weekly so that they decide which way it plays out each week. That could be a thing. Like, so we'll have to see how that comes out. That would be interesting. Hell, but they could make
if it's like a weekly thing, then it's probably going to give out some really good loot, which is really more like a raid.
I was going to say super speculatory. I was like, they could fucking go as far as to make the fucking weekly incursion fucking something like a fucking darkness zone type thing, where you go into the darkness zone and do that battle royale type. Man, you go to. I mean, they could go that. I don't think they're gonna do that. I'm just saying, like, that'd be something cool if they did that. They were saving the incursion where it's PvE mixed with PvP, but with not a rogue thing. But I don't think they won't do that. But that'd be cool though. It's an option.
That would really be cool. I want that to be just a dark zone thing without it being something special.
So,
without having to go into like incursions or something to do it.
But that's pretty much that.
Cargo extraction.
Is there any other shit we should mention for incursions that we were discussing, thinking about?
Pickup underway.
I'm really interested to see what it is. I really am. If it's a raid, man, it's gonna, like Henry said, it's gonna take this game to a whole nother level, man. It's gonna be so fucking swag.
And I mean, I'm hoping it's a raid, man. I really do, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
I mean, it's gonna really emphasize fucking teamwork.
Just don't.
Really put in like those tactics and shit.
Alright, let's go back. Alright, well, I think that's about it for incursions. Our quick thoughts. We'll have to wait for more info. If more info drops, we'll probably brainstorm again. We'll see if anybody even watches this video. It might get some views. Let me know your thoughts. We'll do more vids if you pick the topic and shit like that. I don't fucking care. But if my negative 12 subscribers watch this and like just like, man, these dudes are faggots, then you know we'll just keep doing random shit. But we'll see. But this has been Gangster7 and that VS Hero dude. That's going on the fucking channel. That was an amazing conversation, man. VS Hero, man, you got the biggest dick in the game, bro. It's cool, bro.